Ho, 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 and welcome to the Gang Breaks Kayfabe, the Christmas episode.
Speaking of
Uh,
ho ho hos, I see you three.
Oh,
yeah. Jason brought the Christmas cheer. The rest of us did not.
did I though?
Dwayne gave me this shirt and said he'd be right back, and then I never saw him again.
Yeah, that's his.
Hmm.
That's his mo.
Right.
That's me with Pondo in this shirt.
So this episode. Oh, so I'm Cash, joined by Draven.
Oh,
If they don't
you're
know-
Cash.
If they don't,
You're Cash. Okay.
I'm Cash.
If they don't
I
know
don't know
by
if you guys
now,
can
they're
see the
not getting
names.
it.
I always forget if the names show up or not. I don't watch the podcast myself. I'm not a fan. But I'm glad there are. I'm glad there are a few of you. Like I said, this is the Christmas episode, which basically just means I'm Santa Cash tonight, and I'm pulling stuff out of my bag for these three.
Oh,
So they
I
don't-
don't like that.
Sack was right there, and he didn't
Back
say
was a
anything.
better.
Oh, I'm
Nice.
Santa Cash tonight, and I'm pulling things out of my sack for these three
Okay.
tonight.
We'd be
We'll have-
demonetized
we'll-
if we could get monetized.
Yeah. Lucky for us, we don't ever have to worry about that.
That should be the title of the episode. We'd be monetized if we were monetized.
So, for these three good little boys, I'm sure they've been. Look at that! Look at that! I've got a blind ranking for each of them, and then I've got some questions that make them think for Christmas. That's, I think, the greatest gift of all is knowledge.
He's blind. He's gay. He's excuse me. He's gay.
He's good.
Yeah,
So-
Drake's the only one who doesn't know what I'm talking about, but you two do.
Oh yeah. I'm a connoisseur of fine YouTube videos from back in the day.
There's a video of a news anchor, Draven, getting ready to she's giving a report, and they're going to someone who climbed Mount Everest, and she goes, "We're about to be joined by someone who climbed Mount Everest, but the catch is he's gay. Excuse me, he's gay. Excuse me, he's blind." And she says it twice. It cuts to the guy, and he's blind. He's standing with the news reporter. And it's like, oh, you can tell he's shocked. He's like, I am not gay, but it's a real news report. Not a
Yeah,
sketch.
it's great.
Ugh. Whew.
Link below.
You gotta watch it, Drake. So
I'm
look it up and
assuming
put
it's
it down
still
Oh,
around
it's
on
definitely
YouTube.
still on
So
the
yeah,
internet.
I don't know if
link
I'm
will
going to
be
survive this
posted.
episode.
So anything really new going on in wrestling since the John Cena final match?
The
Triple
botch
A-
finish on the botch
Triple A
finish
show
on
was-
NXT was funny.
Oh, yep. Mariah May was supposed to kick out. Well, what's her name now?
I don't know.
And did that instead.
Dorian Monroe.
Dorian
Dorian
Monroe.
Monroe. Yep.
Yeah, she was supposed to kick out. So I mean, it kind of seemed to me like the girl that beat her, like not shooting, but like she had her arms pinned down. Like
I think what
it
it
didn't
is
seem like
is that
there was a lot she could have done.
that senton was so
Oh, she
stiff.
wasn't that pinned.
That senton was so stiff. Mariah May was just like out of breath and didn't even know what was going on until it was a
Yes.
second too late.
Well,
And
when she hit that senton though, like she kind of rolled, like they both kind of rolled over, and as she rolled back around on her, it looked like she almost like tucked her arm under her, and then when she like had her like ass and like lower back against her other arm, like it was a good pin. Like I said, I don't think it was a shoot, but like that was a good pin.
I don't think Thea Hale could shoot pin my daughter, who's 12. She's the same size. But
The issue is, then they played Mariah May's music,
Yeah, that was
and the
bad.
announcers were like, "We don't know what just happened." Well, you shouldn't know what just happened. You should just be reporting what's happening
Yeah.
live. And then Thea Hale was like, okay,
Scared to
I guess
death.
I'm the champion."
If everyone would have just like went with it, I don't know if anybody would have known that wasn't planned, because the ref actually counted 3. Like that was impressive.
here's a story of that happening and working a worker at IWA. The shirt ties in. So I was losing. I'm going to break kayfabe. I was El Drunko sometimes, and I was going to lose.
On
the
this
I
IWA.
show
wrestled
of
El
all
Junko
shows-
how many times and I didn't know this?
You're gonna break
And-
kayfabe on the Gang Breaks Kayfabe, you
It's
son of
unusual.
a bitch.
But I was the IW East Coast heavyweight champion. Yeah, I did it. I don't remember how I won it. I wasn't there for it. But I won it. and they were having me lose to Trick Nasty. But Trick was told he was going under, and I was taken aside by Pondo and said, "Hey, find a point where you can put Trick over on a near fall and just don't kick out." We're surprising him by having him win the belt, which is not a good idea.
No.
So Trick
No.
hits his big false finish on me, 1, 2, and I don't kick out 3. And the look on Trick's face of just horror and fear and just,
I remember being in
oh
the locker room.
no.
Pondo kept the work going all the way through the locker room. He came in with that same look all the way back there.
Yeah,
I
that's
felt
not
so
a good
bad for.
idea.
I felt so bad for. It's supposed to be a big moment for that dude. You know what I mean? And now it just is taken away from him. You know, I'm sure it's still a big moment for him winning East Coast title, but just I don't know, man.
Speaking of
I
East
guess
Coast, I think this is a good spot to point out the reason I'm wearing
Yes.
this shirt. February 21st, there's a tribute show, a benefit show for Fats
Not
On.
tribute, for God's sakes.
I pay tribute to the man
tribute
daily.
means
What do
he's
you-
no longer with us.
A Fats On.
Uh,
I almost said it again. Not tribute show.
Memorial
Benefit.
show.
Benefit.
Benefit.
Say,
Not
say
Memorial
benefit.
Cash.
Stop saying memorial.
I'm just
What
saying
is
words
happening?
that like
This
tribute.
plug is going horrible. Yeah, wrestling show February 21st, IWA East Coast, somewhere in West Virginia. Clinton
Clendenin,
Collins, LQ
Clendenin,
Adams.
Glenn
West
Denon.
Virginia.
They're the ones putting it together. If you need more info, go to them. If you're a worker in the business that just wants to help, even just reach out to them and say, "Hey, do you want us to put flyers up somewhere?" Anything will help. Just it's worth it for Fat
Tawny's a
Ton.
good, yeah, Tawny's a good dude, and he treats all the wrestlers very well and tries to give the fans the best show they can get every time. So, yeah, let's help Tawny out.
And we already know our match. Vance Desmond will be in a triple threat match with myself and JJ Rumham, which will be weird as fuck, probably.
If you buy a shirt from us and you show up there, we will all 4 be there hypothetically, and we'll be able to sign that shirt for maybe a nominal fee. It will
Yeah.
then be donated.
I'll write whatever you want on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
shit.
I'll draw a portrait if you want me to.
You got to buy the shirt though.
You got to buy the shirt, take the ride. That's what they always say.
Me and Omega are donating our time, and we're usually highly paid wrestlers. So try to help make up for it, you know?
Especially if I,
I thought
make
you
a
were. I thought you were breaking kayfabe on this one.
Oh, yeah. We're getting paid, staying as normal. Pretty much nothing. It's
All right.
slightly
Well,
less. It is nothing.
I've got things for you, so you're gonna get something out of old
Oh.
Santa Cash. Who wants to go first with the blind rankings? I got a different one for each of you.
I got lucky
I
going
was-
first last time, so I'll. Do you guys want to rock, paper, scissors for it?
I'll scissor you, but
Jason, you want to rock, paper, scissors? You just want to scissor?
scissor me.
Yeah, we can do
timbers.
that. Why not? We'll make it interesting.
All right.
First of all, I was told
Wait, wait,
Cash would have a white beard for this. I was promised a
It'll
white
be
Santa
CGI'd in.
Cash.
Don't mention it. I'll do
Oh.
yeah,
CGI.
yeah.
Getting
Are we,
there.
are we
Great.
doing one win or best of 3?
Oh, I mean, it has to be best of 3, right?
Yes. Okay.
One's a fluke.
All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot. That's one for me. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Aha.
Tie. Tie goes.
Riveting
Mhm.
podcasting right now.
Yeah.
1,
I'm
2,
on the edge
3,
of my seat.
shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Ah, my second one. Yeah.
So does that mean Draven picks who goes first, or Draven you go first?
No,
Sure.
he
I
gets to
will
go first.
pick who goes first. Vance
Okay.
goes
It's the
first.
same difference. He's going.
I go second.
Oh,
Vance is first.
Yes.
okay.
All right, Vance. I think you're going to enjoy this one. My blind ranking list for you. You have 10 wrestlers to blind rank wrestler physiques.
Oh, that worked out.
Are we talking about at their best, their worst, their
So
average?
the way I was thinking it is at their best, but if you wanted to do just sort of like
average career
their
career?
overall career, but in my mind when I was kind of putting together a list, it was like at their best.
If I'm going to think about men's mostly naked body, I want it to be in prime physical condition. So I'll do
That's
the
right.
best.
So,
That's right.
like I said, you've got 10 for this.
Okay.
So number 1 on the list is the Warlord.
Oh man, hit me right out the gate with that. Yeah. I know there's some better, but he's up there as far as one of the best ever. And even if I did average, he looked the same for 40 years. So I'm afraid there's a couple you're going to give me that I'm going to have to go higher on, but I'm going to go 3 for Warlord.
Okay.
Good pick. Good pick.
Number 2, David Otunga.
Man, that's a good one too. Um, let's go dead center for David 5.
5.
Yep.
Because what I'm interested in is when you get down to some of these and you're going to be like, their chest is great, but like in their
I've
legs,
already
like,
thought. I
yeah,
already thought about it for Otunga. He has bad calves, but besides that,
okay.
who
It's like
cares about calves?
the beautiful mind gift there. All the math is going in his
Right.
head on all the different body parts.
Number 3, Scott Steiner.
Wow.
This will make people feel weird, but 7.
Okay.
He is so and so. Okay, I'll explain myself. He wants to talk about body parts. Scott Steiner's proportions are terrible. His back is not very good. His legs are straight up awful in his later years, especially when he had the smaller upper body when he was still jacked. But part of the Steiners, like before the break, maybe a year or two before the break, he had great legs. But then his legs started to go bad, and that's why he did the long pants too. And also, like his back is terrible. Um, he's very misshapen as far as physiques go. If he was in a bodybuilding contest, David Otunga and the Warlord would both beat him. So
Wow. Wow.
I've always thought he looked better during this, like the old
yes,
day
During the mullet
Steiner
era.
tag. Yeah.
yes. Um, so I will. I want to go ahead and state my credentials for this. I almost always the Mr. Olympia and the Arnold. When I watch those that no one else watches, I watch the routines and I pick my top 5, and I always have my top 5 right. Sometimes they're flipped, like 3 or 4, maybe flipped, or 2 or 3, but I
You
just have a
you
good track record, and I want to state that for the record. Is the
you
record
forgot
is
to say when you watch them, you also wear a speedo and oil up. I've been there, and it's just weird.
well,
Well, the
people wear
Speedo
football
doesn't usually
jerseys.
stay on long.
No,
People people wear football jerseys when they go to their favorite team's games, right?
He's got you there.
He's just
He's
wearing
got
the
you there.
jersey.
So
He's yeah,
I,
the
And
I'm
uniform.
wearing
a
the
lot
I
of
jersey.
feel
people
the
go to
logic.
a lot of
You
people
didn't
go to
know it
football
was
games
red.
and paint themselves.
You
So
didn't notice it was red for Samson Dowdle because I'm Team Samson, did you?
we all know
Exactly.
who that is.
First of all, he was not this year, but last year's Mr. Olympia, and he got 4th this year, which
Yeah,
was, in my
we all knew
opinion,
that too.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Old
same here.
Simpson
Yeah.
Dallas.
It is bullshit.
Samson Dowda.
Simpson Dallas.
Okay, number 4, Batista.
6.
Okay, all right. I think you're
It's
gonna.
built like a triangle.
Next up for you is Batista's former Evolution member partner, Triple H.
2.
Okay.
Dude, he's got the best proportions of any wrestler. His chest is almost too big, but it's not there.
Next up, Lex Luger.
Like all time low body fat percentage, man. Especially for a prolonged time.
God, this puts me on the spot. What spots do I have left?
1, 4, 8, 9, and 10.
Trying to think if there's going to be somebody else that's going to beat Luger.
It's crazy to me because I thought there'd be a couple like not body guys thrown in here to throw you off, and I thought you were accounting for it too. You left a couple spots.
Yeah.
I think they're all
I've
gonna
got
be
10. I've got 10 body guys.
wow.
I'm gonna go 4.
Okay.
I'm not comfortable doing it, but I have no choice.
Do you think he was at his peak during the Narcissist days, or was there another time?
No, I would say when he came back to WCW after the Narcissist times, he got leaner because Vince likes the big guys, and he looked like he dropped some body fat, was a little bit better shape. About the time they gave him the title when he put the giant in the rack.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, R-Truth.
Hmm.
And
n-
what made me pick
no,
this? There,
go
there was a
ahead.
picture. What I,
Oh, don't say whatever you're gonna say. Stopping at just that is
9.
crazy.
Oh,
what I
9.
was okay. When I was like looking for
That was
ideas for this,
crazy.
there were pictures of our truth where I was like, I forgot he's the most jack. Like he's one of the most jack dudes.
And he stayed that way his entire career too. He's another dude who's like that. Like
Yeah.
he's smaller because he's older, but he still looks great.
Next up, Rick Rude.
Wait, did we get a number for our truth?
Yeah, 9.
9.
Okay, gotcha.
Rick Rude.
Uh, God, I was afraid you were going to say Rude. When you said Luger, I thought, who's got a better body than Luger? And Rude came to my mind.
You
I'm
got
going to go
three
number
left.
one for Rick Rude.
Okay.
I couldn't think of
I,
anybody else who had a better
What's left now?
physique.
yeah, I think you're gonna be
Now,
happy that you went number one
now,
on Rick Rude.
now, Rude's I've never seen his legs ever, so he's cheating with that, and I can't really tell. So, but I have no idea what his legs look like. So that's going off of what I can see.
All right. Number 9 is Ahmed Johnson.
10. I
Okay.
think he looks terrible.
Is his peak
And
during his WCW run? Then is that what you're
I'm
picturing?
talking about. I thought he looked terrible in WWE. I never thought. I always thought. So in my mind, he's not a muscle guy. He's a guy like Vader or like Stan
But he
Hansen
used
or
the
like.
electrical tape to make the muscle. That like he's a
Yeah,
bodybuilder.
the dude
I
never had a bit of definition on him. I mean,
I thought you were gonna say he's not a muscle guy, he's a promo guy.
yeah,
yeah.
that
Whoa,
too.
dude.
Well,
That's
that's
what
where
we
he made his
remember him
money.
for.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is what everybody remembers him for. All right, your last one, and automatically your number 8,
Oh, this could be.
Buff the Stuff Bagwell.
Oh, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that played out pretty
I
well.
yeah. Luger was. I would rather Luger been like 3 maybe, and Warlord been 4. But
So
besides that, yeah.
yeah, your top. I think you nailed it. The only one I'd maybe Batista and Atunga toss up for
I
me,
so
but
so I don't like. I don't. Batiste has a sad chest, but go ahead.
so Rick Rude number 1, Triple H, the Warlord, Lex Luger, David Atunga, Batista, Scott Steiner, Buff Bagwell, R Truth, and Ahmed Johnson. I
Now,
think that
Yeah.
worked out.
now visualize a Survivor Series 5-on-5 match out of those two teams.
Is it the first 5
Man,
versus the second 5?
Yes.
I just want to see
Because
Triple H work Rick Rude.
all right, so Draven, you're up next, and
Neat.
your category, and you have 10 as well. Jason's the only one that Jason. Oh no, Jason has 10. I ended up doing 10.
What the hell?
For a second, it was only 8. We'll talk about why later, but so Draven, yours is WCW gimmicks.
Oh, this is perfect for me.
And
This is
originally,
perfect for
I had
Draven.
it
Yeah,
just 80s, but there were too many good ones, so I made it a
wide
full.
open.
Yeah. So your first WCW gimmick to rank is the computerized man of the 1990s, Terrence Taylor.
Oof. Not great, but not the worst. There's definitely going to be worse than that. 6.
All right. Uh, yeah, I just watched one of the clashes the other night where uh, Ricky Morton becomes Richard Morton,
The
and
best.
Me and Fee
Bobby
watched that here a while back.
Bobby Eaton is already, I think, Robert Eaton with like it's such a what
Uh,
a lame gimmick.
What they
Side note,
presented
if we
was
could just
bad. The idea was there. If it could have been presented differently and like
Yeah,
gave a little more realism, but what they presented was pretty bad.
Sophie
I'm
is
sure
such a Ricky Morton fan because we've worked with him multiple times and he remembers her now. And he signed a WCW card and gave it to her, and she collects cards, so she puts it in there. So anytime I say like that, I was like, oh, so Ricky Morton did that. She's automatically interested in it because she feels like her and Ricky are friends at this
right.
point.
Side note before you go on, since you said it, I may have mentioned it before, but we were at a show. I was with one of you, if not at least two of you, and I was working a merch table between Bobby and Ricky Morton. And I asked them, since they continued to do the indie circuit, did they ever think of bringing those two characters back just as a one-off, just to make things different? And they thought that was hilarious that I would even suggest it.
Dude,
So that is
picture a place
my
like
one great
Chikara.
story.
Picture like
And
Chikara,
Yeah.
IWA Mid South running that. That would have been fucking over.
Yeah, what
and
I
I
agree.
also hardly ever see Ricky Morton, but he also always seems to remember who I am. So again, more props to that guy.
Yeah,
He's a good dude.
he remembers me too, but he uses the same line every time, and it depresses me. He just waves his arm, duck a line, brother, and he just doesn't because I'm so
I've
short.
seen him do that to you.
He
Yeah.
does it every time. If you're listening, Ricky,
Last
it makes me sad. Please don't do it again.
last time I saw him, he said, "Hey brother, good to see you again. You remember last time we saw you? We were down in like Man or Dan or somewhere down in West Virginia." And I was like, "We sure were, buddy." What? Like,
Yep.
cool.
All right.
Yep.
Number 2 for Draven, Big Josh.
Mm.
We have a Big Josh of our own, so easy here.
It wasn't a terrible gimmick. It was pretty marketable. It had fucking live bears coming out to the ring with them. I'm gonna go 5 though. I'm not gonna go too much higher.
Oh my!
Hey, listen,
I
he
can't
had a
stand- I'm
UK
leaving.
Galoob figure.
I
So
saw
I mean,
that just the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he must have been pretty popular.
Yeah, big in the UK for some reason, apparently. Up next is PN News.
Oof. Here's where I see the flaw of that last one. It wasn't good, but it wasn't the worst of all time. And because he kind of looks like Puff, kind of makes me like him a little bit more retroactively. So I'll go 7.
When's the last time you watched a PN News match or segment?
Um,
A bit back, I went through all the WCW pay-per-views in a row, probably 6-7 years ago, maybe.
PN News walked so John Cena's Dr. Thugonomics could run. I think that was in his retirement run. He said that. Like,
I think I remember it now that you say it.
All right. Up next, Loch Ness.
Oh, sorry.
He looks like he just got coal for Christmas.
He's trying to decide between 2 or 3. I can see it.
Yeah.
4. I'm going 4.
4.
4.
what numbers are left? Help the man out.
Was 10 not available?
I don't get what's so bad. Like, apparently, his work is clearly dog shit because he's a million years old and 1,000 pounds heavy. But, like, just a big, scary dude that was supposed to be there to challenge the giant, I don't think is, like, end of the world terrible.
His name's Loch Ness.
He
And
came
he just
from
wore-
Scotland. He's the Loch Ness Monster. It makes
He just
total
wore
sense.
a giant Duke
They had a
dumpster Drosy onesie.
They had a fucking mummy that was supposed to be an Arctic fucking Yeti.
That should be 10 too.
That's a Yeti, first of all.
That's
Yeti.
going,
And we'll get there,
that's
I'm
going way
sure.
higher.
No Yeti on this list. I'll go ahead and
Oh.
spoiler alert that one for you.
Oof.
But up next is the Kiss Demon.
This wasn't good. I don't have any redeeming quality of this. 9.
Okay.
I think Kid Demon's better than Loch Ness, but
The problem is the company folded before they could bring the other 3 in.
Loch
And
Ness
they were
didn't
gonna be-
cost WCW $250,000 an appearance.
that's
Yeah.
true.
That's
Yeah,
that's
sure.
another reason you're not going to get the other 3. Up next, the Booty Man. Specifically, the Booty Man. That gimmick specifically.
What numbers do I have left?
1, 2, 3, 8, and
Oh,
10.
geez.
I don't. I would have shuffled it a little different had I known. I'm going to give him 8. It's bad. It doesn't probably deserve to be 8. It could be like 6, 7, somewhere around there.
Man, it would be if I had a 10 open, it would be a in 10.
I don't know it's the
He's
worst of
just
his gimmick.
he's just a generic, like, happy-go-lucky dancing baby face that had a hot chick with him. It's not the worst gimmick out there.
And his entire gimmick is based around his name is the
Booty.
Booty Man.
And
So
his
they talk
finisher
about
was
his
Leaves out the
booty a lot.
names.
His finisher was
The
the
names
high
don't matter
knee
to him, Megan.
too.
Yeah, the high knee.
High knee.
All right, up next for
I
you
forgot
is Oz.
Oh, 2.
2.
Just for my love of Big
Oh,
Sexy.
hey,
He's my
Your
boy.
best
right.
friend, your best freaking friend, Kevin Nash.
We ain't gonna get him on the show if
Gotta go 2. 2.
Did you
Only
guys
because
see
I
my
can't give him
message
10.
about Nash? His take on the scene
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch it? His
I did not.
So he has like he wasn't like he didn't really seem he said that they had talked beforehand and like him and whoever that host is and that like they were talking about the only finish that he saw that could have been is John Cena tapping out. So he didn't really like say much about the finish, but then he said that his big issue was how like the night after the promo, like Gunther just coming out and kind of like laughing and being all like, you know, joyous or whatever. He said it would have been way better if Gunther would have came out like pissed off look on his face, cut a promo in German, throws the mic down, goes to leave, stops, picks up the mic, and he's like, and for those of you that don't speak German, I just said I made him tap out like a bitch. And he said like that could have been a better way to like do it than him being all happy. And then he said for the match itself, he wouldn't have had them lock up. He would have had Gunther like throw his coat at Cena and jump him, like do something where like Gunther becomes like the sneaky ass heel right off the bat, and Cena has to fight the whole way up just to put more heat on him, which I thought was a different take on the whole situation.
Well, Draven's going to get him on the podcast, and he can tell us himself instead of Cash.
Hey,
so.
Yeah.
I might have teamed with the man once. He isn't going to give me a discount on his rate, and let me tell you, it's not in the budget.
First of all, we're promoting his podcast to our viewers, so it's
Yeah.
Mayhem is listening to this. A Wrestler Trained. I know he
There
listens
you
every
go.
week.
There you go.
And he probably doesn't listen to Kevin Nash's every week. He might if he was on the show to explain how good it is.
Exactly. So that's one more listener, Kevin, if you're listening.
There you go.
Big
One more.
Kev.
One more for the
Mr.
good
Nash.
ones.
Up next, and Draven, you have spot 1, 3, and 10 left. So up next for you is Arachnaman.
3.
3. Okay.
I don't think it's that terrible. Like, his outfit was way too much of a knockoff and cheesy. But
What?
the idea of a wrestling superhero Spider-Man knockoff isn't that bad.
I want to hear what Gimme C thinks are bad. That's what I want to know.
Well, here's a chance. Up next, the Maestro.
10.
One of
I
the
like
worst.
the Maestro. I like it better than Arachnid Man.
No.
What?
No. Who are you marketing to?
If the Maestro was a gimmick at the same time as Arachnaman, it would have made more sense. The Maestro as a gimmick in the late 90s, early 2000s, that's insane.
Attitude Era Maestro. He's a
Hardly
nice
anyone
guy.
even knew what the fuck a Maestro was. He is a nice guy.
Yeah, he works a lot of local stuff with us
Yeah.
anymore. Well, here, like years ago, I haven't
The
seen him
story
in a while,
of him becoming the Maestro because he sold his name to Savage and all that's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, and I couldn't narrow this down to just one, so I'm going to throw out the entire Misfits in action. And the only spot you've got left is number 1.
Yeah!
General Rection. Number 1.
Yeah, bro.
I hated the Misfits in action. I would have
Me
put this
too.
so much lower. Fuck.
Who would you swap MIA with? Other than Oz, because that seems like an easy out for you.
What did I have at 3 again?
Arachnaman.
Don't you do it.
I don't
Number
think you
four
guys
on the
should
podcast.
have me. No, we're leaving it exactly how
Number
it is.
4.
I can't
is,
fix it. It's too
Number
late.
4 is Loch Ness. Number 5, Big Josh. Number
Big Josh.
6, Terrence Taylor. Number 7, PN News. Number 8, The Booty Man. Number 9, The Kiss Demon. And number 10, The Maestro.
My back half, I agree with. I'm fine with
I've said
back
that about you for years. And I agree with it.
Arachnaman Loch Ness. That shit's way better to me than what I had down at the bottom.
I'm rewatching like late WCW stuff. It's right before like AJ Styles and them start coming in, but it's like right there. And the Misfits in action are on those shows
Oh,
way
yeah.
too damn much. Like they became the focal point. I forgot how much of a focal point they were in
They had multiple
WCW.
matches. They had multiple matches.
Dude,
with
everything
Nitro
revolved
all the
around
time.
them. They were involved in every storyline.
So what I would have liked for your gimmick list to them to all be Ed Leslie,
Well, that almost became a thing.
or different Tenta characters. That was it, like 5 and 5.
Real
Didn't
quick,
get any
everybody's
shark.
favorite Tenta character. What is it?
It's
Shark.
definitely the shark. He's not a man; he's a shark.
Earthquake
I
as
mean-
a part of the natural disaster specifically.
Earthquake for real, yeah. But
First coming in, very brand new, young green Earthquake.
Okay. Where he really didn't look that threatening or imposing.
No.
I mean, he was my brother's nightmare fuel, so he was very
Yeah,
scary
I
in my
mean, I
household.
think you and Jason talked about how he was like,
Right.
imagine your job's like, hey man, can you gain 100 pounds of fat? And I'm like,
sure the hell can.
Can you look
I
like
was already
random
trying.
guy from? Can you look like random guy from Whaling, West Virginia? Cool, good deal.
Gain
You
it by
have a
like
polo?
tomorrow, or what are we thinking here? Like, when do I need to get this on? Because I can do it within a couple days.
All right.
All right,
Get
well,
you good seat. Section 222.
huh?
He was in
Pulling out
section
seats?
222, I believe.
Oh. All right, well, check out the t-shirts. Like we said,
Hey, and in between now and the show, every shirt someone buys, I personally will donate $1 to Fat Tom's show. So everyone that buys a shirt, I'll put in $1. You guys tell me how many, because I don't even know how that works, and I will donate that from you guys to Fat Tom's benefit.
okay, there you go. So check out the ad for the shirts. Figure out which one you want to buy, or buy more than one. And Vance Desmond, for every t-shirt sold between now and the time of the benefit show, will donate $1 on top to the benefit.
$2 if it's a Vance Desmond shirt. $2.
$2 if it's a
Ooh.
Vance Desmond shirt.
So
Now it's
so what he's saying
bribery.
is $1.
Now it's bribery.
He's saying
Bribery
$1
for charity,
on top.
but bribery.
So yeah, it's you won't get it before Christmas because this is going to be, I think, airing after Christmas.
Right.
But it's the thought that counts, right? So buy a t-shirt. We'll be right back.
Oh, this t-shirt is gross, but what do I do? It's all I got.
That's the only shirt you've got? I might have a solution for you then. If you go to ProWrestlingTees.com and you search for Aaron Draven, which I think you guys can all see right there on the screen how to spell it, you can find official Gang Breaks Kayfabe t-shirts. That's right. Jason, can you believe it?
I can't, but what I can believe is you can get your official shirt of either all of us, or you can choose which one of us you like the best and get just our shirt. Fine.
Breaks Kayfabe, full logo on a pink shirt, or pick, do you prefer Vance, Jason, Cash, or Omega, and get a yellow shirt? Oh, I wish he wasn't doing that.
That's so
Let's get him a
weird.
long sleeve shirt.
So the only thing you guys didn't mention,
But Draven,
I'll
how do
bring
they
up-
find
I'll bring
those
up the
shirts
price.
again?
They are $19.99 each, no matter what design you pick. ProWrestlingTees.com /wrestlers-t-shirts /Aaron Draven. Super easy to remember. Definitely not going to be on the screen here because you're going to be able to remember it without me even putting a graphic up.
And go buy them. That way I can afford to buy one for myself.
I don't need this anymore.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Lord.
Here we go. That was the whole reason you wanted to do this, is so he can take his shirt off.
Right now,
Well, you know, to play this damn game.
Does your cat make too much noise? Did you invent kit mittens to get it under control? Well, this would be the best place to advertise. The Gang Breaks Kayfabe podcast is actively looking for new sponsors. If you're interested, shoot us an email at thegangbreakskayfabe@gmail.com. Reach a wider audience. Support a bunch of idiots.
We're back. Jason is now taking over some sort of Santa duties. Rep and Marshall, how'd they do this season?
We have a team.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep.
Okay. It's okay. All right. Good deal. All right. So, Jason, your blind rankings, the reason it was almost only 8 is because
Marshall players
that did not transfer in the portal. There's only 8 of them.
The reason it was almost only 8 is because there's only so many of things to pick from for this list, and I didn't want to basically just do like all but a couple where you could easily figure out. But I think there's enough left that you're not going to be able to figure out what's coming or what exactly is going to be involved. So your blind ranking category is New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom main events.
Oh wow,
shit.
another perfect fucking.
So, up first.
Cash, you know our bodies, I tell you.
Up first is the main event from Wrestle Kingdom 2000, or from Wrestle Kingdom 13 from 2019. It is Kenny Omega defending the IWGP Heavyweight Championship against Hiroshi Tanahashi.
4.
Okay.
I'm already working out the list of main events in my head, so
That's why
there are plenty of them. But
well, it helped when they went to 2 nights.
yes,
Yeah. So up next for you is Wrestle Kingdom 17 Night 1. This is from 2023. Jay White defending the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against Kazuchika Okada.
that's a good match. I'm gonna go 5.
Okay.
I just want to state that the non-worker of this entire show got the only top 10 based on working in the ring. I get just what dudes look like, and he gets the funny names. And they're like, Jason, now that we have a expert, let's talk ring work.
And you guys were really quick with your answers, and I'm like, oh shit.
I didn't really realize, like, I guess I did. Like, I just knew, I was thinking Draven loves WCW as much as I do, so it would be good. But I kind of wish now I would have done, like, blind ranking, like, high spot guys or something. But we'll save that for another time. So, up number 3 for you. This one's from Wrestle Kingdom 8 from 2014. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Tanahashi. Nakamura defending the IWGP Intercontinental Championship.
That is a 9.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, and I'm jumping into something else, but I'll forget this if I don't say it now. So, one of these podcasts, Cash always does this. We all get to have one where we each have a blind ranking for Cash to do, and Cash does the entire 3 blind rankings back to back to back. So,
oh, I love it. Blind rank the shit out of some stuff. But you do only have 8 because of that. Sorry.
Okay. Down... Well, then that is. I will say 7 for that. Then.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me adjust this a little bit.
I'm scratching the numbers off, so I have my list, my numbers available
you have
in front of me.
1, 2, 3, 6, and 8.
Oh, Jason came prepared. That would have been a smart idea for me to do too.
Always.
Up next.
I have a whole keyboard. I've been typing it. So, I mean, it's not attached to anything, but.
Up next, but you've been putting in the work. Up next is Wrestle Kingdom 11. This is from 2017. Kazuchika Okada defending the IWGP Heavyweight Championship against Kenny Omega.
Oh,
Ooh.
1.
Okay.
he did it.
Trying to think which year was which. That's what was happening in my head. All right.
Up next, Wrestle Kingdom 19, Night 2. This was last
Mhm.
year's. Well, this year's, actually, 2025. We're not quite through.
Right.
And this is Zack Sabre Jr. defending the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against Shota Umino.
That one I will say is a 6. I'm not a big Shota fan. He only got the job because his dad is Red Shoes. If you don't know.
Oh, is that Red Shoes'?
Yes.
All right. Up next, Wrestle Kingdom 10, 2016, Kazuchika Okada versus Hiroshi Tanahashi for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
I'm going to go 8 because I don't know what you have left.
Okay.
Wow.
So 8.
So I
one of
have
the
2
first
and
New
3
Japan
left,
matches.
right?
Like I never
Yeah.
watched New Japan, but that's one of the first ones I heard so much buzz about. I was like, okay, and I watched it. But
Okada and Tanahashi.
like
I
2016.
feel like last year is the first year in over a decade I did not stay up or set an alarm to get up to watch Wrestle Kingdom live. So in at least a decade.
And he's been a subscriber to New Japan World for at least a
Oh yeah,
decade
forever.
as
Long time,
well.
yeah. Long time subscriber. First time.
It is. And it is not user friendly when you go to set it up because apparently everything's in Japanese and you have to have it translated. So there's that.
All right, up next, Wrestle Kingdom 15, Night 2's main event from 2021. Kota Ibushi defending both the IWGP Heavyweight Championship and the IWGP Intercontinental Championship against Jay White.
3.
And your last one, and automatically number 2, which I don't know if you worked this out and planned it or not, but it is the other Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada.
Perfect.
And it is, I lost it. Where'd my notes go? Which one was that? It was Wrestle Kingdom. You know which one it was?
Which one did I do already? 15. So it was 16.
No,
right?
Wrestle Kingdom 11 was the one you did first.
I was going by years, not by number. Sorry.
Oh, so then
Yeah, that's what throws me off.
I don't know what happened to my. I can't get my list to scroll back up. Yeah, it's the other one.
Right.
Yeah.
I was concerned there was going to be an AJ Nakamura match on there, and that's why I was like, let me leave something near the beginning.
Yeah, it was hard to figure out what was going to be the last one.
Yeah.
Yes, Wrestle Kingdom 11. And I'm stuck on. Okay, but yeah. So, Wrestle Kingdom 11, the other Okada and Omega match. Wrestle Kingdom 15, Wrestle Kingdom 13, 17, 19, 8, and 10. I did not realize there were. I thought it had just started like 2011, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So there actually are more than I thought there were, and I didn't realize they went to 2 nights either.
Yeah, they went to 2 nights, and then they do New Year's Dash that's on like the very next day is what the next pay-per-view event is, which is just weird. That they're like, all right, well, we're done with our Mania. Let's just start the next year in our next round of storylines and beyond with it. So,
All right. Well, I got some questions for you guys to finish things off. I think
Do we
these could be
have to swear on a Bible? Are we under oath?
I will.
and do I assume that this year's main event of Okada and Tanahashi is probably not going to be that good based on Tanahashi's ability to move these days. Sadly,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, if he may pull out every last little bit he's got in this one, but
Right.
I don't know how much that's going to be. Um, so first question, uh, what is the most underrated skill a wrestler can have that fans wouldn't really notice?
Crowd work.
No, fans notice that dependability.
Dependability.
I would.
Uh, what if I would say
Fans
in
would.
ring?
Oh, in ring.
So say the question one more time now that you said in ring.
So
Yeah.
okay, I'll put it that way. What is the most underrated in-ring skill a wrestler can have that fans usually don't notice?
Good timing. Being
Timing.
being in the right spot is good, but being at the right spot at the right time is great. And there's some guys that
Yes.
are real fucking good at that kind of stuff.
Timing is what I had in mind. Because you can tell sometimes when it's like not timed right, it just stands out more. And like the fans may
And
not be able to really say like that didn't look right, but they know that it didn't
oh,
look exactly right.
here's another thing is keeping your cool. Dudes who don't freak out when something doesn't go right or
Yeah.
stuff like that, like keeping your cool and just being like, it's okay, we'll figure it out, and not being like, oh, and just that's nice. Because I work with a lot of young guys now, and like that's why the first thing I think about, I'm like, can that guy stay cool if things
Yeah.
get weird?
They
If you
have to
forget to
remember
kick
that
out,
the crowd doesn't know what's supposed to happen. Like
Right.
To
And I
they're
clarify,
not.
I'm
tell
not
young
saying that I panic under that. I'm just saying like I get angry if stuff doesn't go according to like I
you're
can
just
smooth it
anger,
out. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You're just an angry
but
man anyway.
it okay, but is that the booker in you of this is what I wanted the finish to be, this is what I wanted this, or is that just the worker in you
It's the
of
He's
my
always been
perfectionist.
matches
a
need to be
it's the
I have the
perfectionist.
Yeah.
okay?
perfectionist personality type. Perfection doesn't
Me and
exist, but even saying that out loud doesn't register in my brain because that's all I strive for. If something's 99% awesome, all I can fixate is on the 1% that isn't.
Yes, and this has happened many times in our relationship where me and Omega have a banger of a match, and I say, "Did you see this banger?" He goes, "We didn't get around to the Canadian Destroyer quite as far," and I'm like, and that'll be the first thing he tells me about a match we have. This went bad. This was this went could have went better, and
Wait,
then I'm
are
like,
they
"Well,
are
how
they
was the match?" He's like,
And
"It
in
was
my
fine."
head, that's how you get better, though. Like, you pick apart the
I
worst parts and you try and fix them, but if you don't recognize it, then you can't get better from it.
But that's true, but also you have to pick apart the things you do right so that you do them more. You know what I mean?
In my history, in my case,
That's how you.
I don't ever remember doing anything right ever.
That's why, like, I still do the same moves because I'm like, what moves can I still do right that I've done a million? And I'm like, yeah, I can do this right. So I focus on knowing what I can do right and staying away from the stuff I can't do right anymore. So
I think to kind of go along with what you were saying about keeping her cool if something doesn't go right. I just think a wrestler that can improv, that's a really good skill. Like,
oh,
uh,
can I get on a soapbox about that?
yeah, go ahead.
So these old timers being like, you should be able to call in the match, you should
Okay.
be called, and you absolutely 100% should. But you are not going to have a great match by calling it in the ring. 100%. You can have a good match calling. If you want something special, not just a match for a crowd that's just whatever, but you want something absolutely special and the best you can bring, it's going to be planned out. And I hate the shaming of old timers that did it to us, especially. But somehow there's still some dudes who still have been taught that and carry it down that if you call your match out, you're not a real wrestler. And that is ridiculous.
Especially going back as far as fucking Savage and Steamboat at WrestleMania 3 was
Right.
Absolutely.
like
I use
literally
that.
beat for beat every single move, but also every single movement between the moves were scripted out for that and memorized and rehearsed.
You think movies would be good if they were all improv? There's some great
Oh,
improv
God.
stuff, but yeah, exactly. Because you're trying to convey something. Now, wrestlers should listen to the crowd and adjust whatever it is they have going on based on that, for sure.
You
But
should be
just
able
saying
to
that,
do both, which is becoming a lost art. You should be able to do both
Yeah,
because ideally, you will learn which audience to use what type of skills at.
Right.
exactly. Yeah,
Like
right?
there
if
are.
Rocky's Madmar show had like a very very casual, don't watch wrestling, still think it's real, like it's a 70s and 80s crowd. So like going out there and doing spotty whatever would be like reading for
I'm not even
a deaf
saying.
person.
So I'm not saying that. I'm not saying calling a bunch of spots is right or wrong, or that we can have that argument too. But like I'm saying, even if I'm going to do body slam, leg drop, I'll send you hard buckles. The things I call in that also are, hey, and I'm going to injure your back. So I want you, when I do this hard buckle, that's going to be the point. And so from that point on, I want you to really sell. So we can still have an old school non-spotty match, and I still want to call it.
Yeah, I think the crowd thing's really good though. Like like when I wrestled Jock up in Nelsonville, like he's the Hogan of Nelsonville. He's over as shit. So we were like, let's just fight. We won't even be in the ring to start the match. Like we'll just fight for 8 minutes on the outside, do whatever. The only thing we called was like the actual finish. As soon as I get in the ring, he's going to slide in. The bell rings. I go for a clothesline. He ducks it. He hits me with the hip toss. 1, 2, 3. It's over. And the crowd like was super fucking into the whole thing, and we didn't have to call anything. Like we just knew what the finish was going to be. But yeah, like I wouldn't want to go out there and do that match in front of like a crowd that isn't Jock's hometown crowd or
But do you
doesn't really
think,
know who Jock is.
yeah, but like even that, I would call it in the back. Because why not?
I mean, you can, yeah. And again, I
Yeah,
don't have like I think you should be able to do both. I think you should be able to if somebody comes up to you and
yeah,
is like, "Hey, you just want to talk it out there tonight?" Yep, let's do it. If somebody comes back and is like, "Okay, we're going to start with this. We're going to do like that's fine too." Now,
yeah.
my later years in wrestling, I couldn't remember half the shit, so I'd
I,
let people
dude,
know like,
that struggle's so real with me. That's the thing. I told Omega this too many times. Every time we work, I'm sure, because I tell everybody I work, I say, "Hey, my memory is terrible anymore." And but how I fix it is not being like, "Hey, I'll just call." I go, "You got to call this back to me 100 times."
I would just always, yeah, like I'd work it through however many times, and then I'd just be like, just so you know, you're probably going to need to remind me during the match where we're at.
I for
Like,
sure say that too. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm like, it's got to be called to me over. Omega's memory is still really good.
Yeah, keep
Mhm.
crowd, buddy.
When we work, it's definitely his memory over my memory for sure.
All right.
My memory's good too. What was my topic for the blind ranking?
You ranked the top blind rankings we've done on the show.
Different
Did
people
I do
just
good?
remember
You
it.
did pretty
Like
good.
Rocky's that same way. Rocky will have to rehearse the match, not only call it, but like in the back, he's rehearsing it by himself. Then we're calling it. Then we're rehearsing it. Just people are different. He said he worked out a match
I
with AJ at one of the NWA shows, Rocky and AJ, and he's like, "I'm going over it a million times." AJ's over there playing on a Game Boy because he got it after one time.
Yeah, Vance, have you ever like felt annoyed about how many times somebody wants to talk it over?
never.
Have
I
you
have a
ever
couple times.
have you ever been annoyed by how little somebody wants to talk something over?
Yes.
Because I had a freak out moment where, like, one of the few times later in my career where it was full blown panic. I was working this guy up in Canada. We'd never worked each other before, and like talked one or two things, and then like all of a sudden he adds this, leaves the room, and I'm like whatever, and it's almost time to go out, and I'm like I don't have this shit. I don't have this shit. Like I was in a full blown panic about it, and we got out there. It ended up being fine. He just called it to me out there also. But man, if I would have been expected to be in certain spots, I never would have been able to do it.
There's only been a couple of times when I've been like, yeah, I've got the match. Like we're
So
good.
the pantomime thing is talking with Rocky. I do that one time close to bell time, like my last call or second to last call of it. And the reason I do that is it has saved my butt multiple times when a guy thought he knew what I was saying. And then when we
Yeah.
pantomime it, I see him do something. I'm like, wait, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, I have my back. I'm like, no, 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 no. And the pantomime has saved me probably a couple dozen times of just being like, because people say different things for different stuff. Like
Even though
you
my
call certain
memory's pretty
things.
good still, I still do the pantomime at least a couple times.
Yeah, me too. And I'll do it by myself, especially. I'll pantomime by myself 5 or 6 times.
The
You know,
more I
so.
started working with McChesney, doing tag stuff, he likes to do that too, where he wants to go over it a bunch of times. So like after a
And I
certain
explain it
amount
to
of
young guys like this why. I said, there's also another reason why. I said, I don't want to have to concentrate on what my next spot is. I want to know it so well that I can concentrate on other stuff. So I can think about the way I'm selling, getting, a certain emotion to the crowd, working the crowd. If I don't have to think about the match and being there like, what we're going to do, if I can just do that, I can add in a whole lot more.
that's one of my biggest criticisms about myself. I don't think I was in the moment enough because I was too worried about trying to remember what was next.
And if you know it so well, I can be in the moment way easier.
And it's dumb stuff too. It's like you're just sitting there thinking. So if you're wearing an elbow pad, you're fixing it when you should be like selling the move you just took. Shit like that.
Yep.
All right, the next question for you guys. If you could take one legend from the 80s or 90s and drop them straight down into either the current AEW roster or current WWE roster, who would you pick and who do you think would adapt the most and excel?
So you're taking
Macho Man
that
Randy Savage.
you're taking that era person and putting them in today.
You're just plucking them right out of the 80s or 90s and just dropping them straight into a roster of today.
Savage would be
Macho
a good
Man.
one. Savage would be a good one.
Yeah.
He'd be very over, probably get a world title run. This person probably wouldn't be that high up the card, but I think would be perfect for their fucking roster. Too Cold Scorpio.
Yeah. And it's like in
Uh,
his prime of definitely, yes.
Dynamite Kid on AEW.
Oh man, that's a good one, Jason. Oh,
We already
man.
got one of
See,
those.
Yeah.
I don't want this one. I want that one.
This question is specifically for Jason. And
I mean,
then
I'm still marking out for Dynamite Kid.
Sorry about that.
yeah, because we could have got Dynamite Kid versus Brian
Brian
Danielson.
See,
Danielson. Yeah,
and
that's what
those
I was
kind
just
of
thinking.
my
Yeah.
brain goes to like, okay, you can transport that man into this era in the ring, but what happens backstage? Like he's not gonna
Yeah.
fit it in the current backstage.
He's not gonna
But
fit in AEW.
Well, no.
Match one, we got it. Match one, we got to do Brian Danielson because we're probably not getting him two.
Yeah.
All right. How about anyone that was in the '94 Super Juniors in AEW? How about that?
Dirt Bike Kid.
And Eddie Guerrero in AEW.
Eddie
Does
Guerrero.
he count? You said
Is there-
80s and 90s.
Is there
He's really
anybody you
90s,
think you could drop into
2000s.
WWE right now and they would excel? Or do you think it'd be easy? Do you think it'd be okay? Here's a part two. Would it be
Ooh.
easier for somebody to excel in AEW or WWE if they were from the 80s or 90s? And like a legend.
Give a specific example.
So like
Macho Man is obviously WWE. He's saying, and we're saying like Tuco Scorpio or like Dynamite Kid's obviously AEW. Do you think it's easier for legends for us to find ones to go to AEW or find ones to go to WWE? I think, right, Cash?
basically, like is AEW style, would it be harder for them to adapt to a style that's like more wrestling driven, or easier for them to adapt to where it's still very storyline, sports entertainment?
It's basically, has wrestling changed that much or not?
So you're trying to get me to picture the Ultimate Warrior in current day AEW? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yes.
No. So based on that, I feel like mid-carders who may have got lost in the shuffle that we have great nostalgia for would be good for AEW now because they were doing a little more athletic,
Ahead of their
maybe.
time.
However, the Warlord could just show up and I guess be good. Barbarian could show up and be good for WWE right now. Just based in still some sense of physique and
That'd be a good
just being
team.
able to throw the smaller people around, be a good base. for Dom and whoever.
I think Jason's drunk.
I
Oh
agree.
yeah.
I
This is
agree.
not orange juice, kids. Not orange juice. Italian blood orange gin is what this is.
And we're sponsored by. Oh, okay.
All right.
If we
So
can get a
Jason,
sponsorship, I will be so happy.
this question specifically for you, but it is geared towards uh hopefully responses from us as being the ones that have
Oh,
wrestled. So
okay.
uh
Hit me.
to you, in your personal opinion, what move looks like it's the most devastating thing to take and that you think would be like we'd hate taking it?
Mm,
Jason knows all the moves I like to take and don't take, though.
right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to think of something that would. So I do think the anything where your head is turned away from the person doing it. So like the curb stomp or something where you're not actually facing the person who is giving it to you, so you don't really know the timing necessarily.
Like the northern lariat.
Yeah, Canadian clothesline. Uh, I feel like Bobby Roode called it for a while there, Team Canada. Um, something like that, I would think would be the hardest to take because you don't exactly know when it's coming,
I
as
agree.
compared to the things where, oh, like I wouldn't say the Destroyer, which someone else might think that just because it looks devastating every time. But I understand the physics behind it. So I would say it would have to be something where it's more of the person taking the move is relying on the person giving it to give it safely and to be timed right with how you need to make the bump. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So to Jason's thing, I don't take spots like that from kids anymore because here 4 years ago, maybe, I was wrestling at ASW show and a kid's finish was a super kick to the back of the head. And so, like, I'm taking his finish and I just don't know. He super kicks me and leaves a boot print on the back of my head, gives me a concussion, and I throw up in the locker room afterwards. And so I had
I
like a miserable
remember I
time.
remember when you texted us and told us that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, never again am I going to trust someone with the back of my head that I can't respond to. So, yeah, I'm with Jason on that one.
That I agree with, but like I've taken so many curb stomps from you, like not being able to see you coming with that doesn't bother me at all on those kind of things.
You hear the foot,
I,
the feet on the mat to let you know
I'd
when it's
say
coming.
It's just like
with
I'm just so used to the tiniest bit of pressure there. I know it's time to go and don't even feel
well
it.
the curb
so,
stomp too, like so you feel the ring moving like
When
as
the
you feel
Van,
me
person's
like
coming
as
jump.
at you.
Vance will be coming at you, and then you feel it as he kind of jumps up off the mat, so you know he's in the air. So it's kind of like almost you kind of know it's like
Like a blind
if you
timing.
Right.
yeah you
So
the
also
ring
they
awareness
can
like you
see,
know where
they
you're at.
also they can see my feet, because
Okay.
Okay,
almost
so I
everybody who
can't see
takes
your
it is
feet
someone.
because you
So
go that way, and that's the bad eye, and I can't see that
right.
way. So I'm
So
goddamn sorry.
so I have a
Okay,
bad
okay. Maybe
so I
this
have a
isn't for
bad
everybody. Maybe it's
example
just for me.
bad example for which move it is, but I'm right in my
Yes.
physics of what the situation is.
Well, like the
So
clothesline to the back of the head or something like that. That's definitely because
Super kick when you're not
somebody
looking. Yeah, that would be.
yeah, and because that stuff is more of like uh it depends on how hard they're throwing that too. Like with the stomp to the head, for the most part, it's you're kind of taking like a face bump, but you're not. But like they could just haul off like a forearm. Like I used to do the forearm to the back of the head,
mhm.
and if I mean they're giving me free reign to hit them in the back of their head. Like
You have no ability to
it's up to
protect
me to
yourself.
not. Yeah,
A
Yeah, it
lot of
also
times you can
matters who
see
it
it coming
is.
if it's a forward strike. You can like protect yourself a little
Right.
bit. You're just full on trusting a guy to not mistime it and not fuck
Uh,
you up.
I
See, it
guess
also
also
depends
on
on
that
who it is. Because I don't
it
cash for me back in the head in a match because I know
it
he's not
is
going to murder me.
yeah.
is is there anyone still doing the Steiner screwdriver? Because I mean, I guess that would be it.
I was doing it for a minute.
Jesus.
Someone on
Because
the show I was on Saturday night did a Gonzo bomb onto like a chair, so all the way over into the pile
yeah.
driver onto a chair on a non-worker.
Oh,
Jesus.
okay.
Oh, I know who
That
you're talking about.
or maybe like a Brainbuster
Oh, here's a
on
question
the
for you,
corner,
especially
like seems super dangerous because you're just
for
dropping them.
especially. I would rather, Draven. I'm guessing you'll feel the same way. I would rather take a Canadian destroyer than a regular pile driver for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Because I control how I land on a Canadian destroyer. It's all me backflipping and doing my thing. Once I'm like in a actual pile driver, I can't do anything. Like
And
I did really
even if the
good tonight.
timing's not perfect, like even if it's not perfect, a regular pile driver is straight down force. A destroyer, you have so much
hmm.
momentum. Even if you
Yeah.
stuck, you got that momentum protecting you.
I land on my feet usually. I bounce on someone's thighs and land standing, and then sell.
You
Like that's how.
you were breaking all the kayfabe tonight. I just left it at I know the physics and didn't go into the details. You're like, let me just tell you how it works, kid.
All right.
Yeah.
You
Last
think there's
question.
kids watching this?
If so,
Oh no. Oh, okay.
the Grinch says,
I was gonna say, get the Mr. Yuck face ready. All right, last question. We had one specifically for Jason, so this one's more specifically for Vance and Draven, and then I'm sure Jason can have a good take on what the answers are. But what is the absolute worst piece of advice you ever received in wrestling?
Ooh,
Wow. Let me think about that.
yeah.
The worst.
while they're thinking, I can tell you that I have heard from multiple people on this unwanted advice from a current AEW superstar of just shut the hell up, man. We don't care who you are. We don't want to hear this from you.
Okay, yeah,
That's all I got.
unwanted advice could be a whole separate category.
Yeah, that's a whole different
Okay.
thing.
I've got one that at the time I thought was actually probably okay advice, and then
Okay,
now I'm like, what was I thinking? So I'll even call him out by name. He's not going to listen to this podcast, but David Wilson from
okay.
NWA Tri-State. Yeah. So like the dude always was so professional. Like when I first met him, and I was like, this guy's like, I mean, Arpin's the promoter, but this guy's obviously the business guy or something. And one time he's like, let me, take you to lunch and give you advice. I don't remember if you were there, Cash. You might have been. I don't remember.
I don't
But he was
know.
talking about signing a contract with Arpin. And he's like, you should sign a contract with Arpin or whatever, promote you. He goes, he only gets 10% of what you make, for the rest of your career. He said, but it's worth it, and like pitched it all to me. And at the time I was like, yeah, this guy, yeah, I should sign a contract with him. Because he had just worked me, basically. I respected him, thought he was a smart dude, and like he worked. And it did take me long to be like, what was I thinking? But like I didn't. But
So
that was a
he was the business side of the con.
yeah, yeah.
He would grease the wheels for the contracts.
Mm-hmm.
This one's not that bad, but the only one I can think of is Rocky would always say, take pictures with the guys, like don't worry about overthinking that kind of thing, and like it's okay to be a mark kind of thing. Where in my head, I
I
eventually
disagree.
developed. I hated that. Like I think if you want to be seen as an equal to the big stars, you got to
Mm.
act like an equal to them. Yeah, same.
100%.
Yeah.
I teach that too. Me and Cash teach that to our kids.
Like
100%.
I when I very first started out, I did take a couple pictures with names, and then like I guess it's cool to have now if something happens and you want to like promote them, something's coming out or they pass, and it's like oh, easy way to remember them. But like thinking forward in my career, I don't miss the ones that I didn't take because some of those like
Hmm.
they treat you like you're an equal to them.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
the only caveat I'd make now is with the way social media is and like the way the world is and it's all about status and
it's got some
content.
value to
If
it.
you can get a worker like at a higher level, if you can get them to like to where it looks more like you guys are just hanging and you guys are like buddies and you're doing something together, I think that's a great thing. But if it's just in the locker room or like, whatever, you're taking the picture, it's not doing you anything. Like it's just making you look like you're like a mark.
I
I
always told
always
Rocky
felt,
is I didn't want to take the pictures with him because I'd rather get on the same level and have the pictures taken of us together in the ring.
oh
Yeah.
my, I was about to say that, and Omega said it first. I tell people, I say, I don't want a photo with Shawn Michaels. I want to wrestle Shawn Michaels. So,
Um, as um, as just the mark and not the worker. I have learned that from you guys, maybe two of you more so. So there were plenty of times I've been at shows where they have been doing autographs or signings or whatever, pictures, and I'm like, oh, well, I rode with you, so I also don't want you, like, if it's known that I came in and I didn't pay to be here, I'm your plus one, so I'm not going to do it. There are times now that I'm like, you know what? I wish I would have went ahead and got that
Terry Funk.
Terry Funk autograph. I wish I would have done the Stan Hansen picture up. But at the time, I was taking it on as I was, again,
Extension.
your plus ones,
Yeah.
whether they knew it or not, and I didn't want it to look like I was being a crazy mark based on what you just said about how you guys feel about it,
Yeah, I get that,
which
not
I
wanting
think
to
is
give the worker the residual heat.
right. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want it to be, oh, you brought this guy and he's wanting to take, which again, there's no way that at the pumpkin patch in Milton, Terry Funk's going to know I rode with Tim. You know,
Uh,
like
also,
that's never
Jason,
going to happen. He's not going to know I rode with him unless, and for what it's worth, if we got to the point where that same show was with Zach Cowan, where you told him that I had a cat named after him, like, we had that personal connection. I would rather be able to tell that story later than to have a picture of me with him saying, oh, I was there that night and here's the story that goes with it. I'd rather just be able to tell the story of,
Yeah.
he knows I named a cat after him, and that's awesome that he thinks that's cool. Like, so that's my tag along, I guess, version to that answer of, I don't feel like I've ever gone out of my way to get an autograph or to get, I know I showed off the Slaughter one, but that was given to me when we did the Mania episode. And in all honesty, my arcade machine that is WrestleFest themed has
A bunch of
Ricky
autos on it.
Morton Ricky Morton and Hacksaw and a couple other autographs. But again, that was done by the people who made it for me. I didn't go out of my way for that.
You
But
said
I definitely feel
autographs,
like
and it reminded me of so pretty early into my career. So Wicked's
Mhm.
dating his now wife Nikki, and he's in Ohio, and he's doing shows out that way. And they had a show with Marty Jannetty on it, and Wicked and Nikki got me Marty Jannetty's autograph and brought it to me this like 07, 08. I'm like, why would you think I would want this?
uh,
I'm like, it'd be awesome to work him,
so
which I eventually did.
What
And
am
it
I
was
supposed to
awesome.
do with
But
this?
why
Yeah, me
would you?
too.
Why would you lower yourself in his eyes to do that?
Marty Jannetty was fun to
But then
work.
they both said we thought you would like it, and I felt like a dick.
That didn't
so
stop you. Admit it. That didn't stop you.
I mean, inside I felt it. I didn't sell it.
as far as autographs go, though, my family went to a thing that was at Monroeville Mall. I don't know if they were in Pittsburgh fighting and we went to the show, or if they were in Wheeling and I don't remember where the actual show was, but they actually set a ring up in Monroeville Mall way before they did the Nitro at the Mall of America. And Kurt Angle was there, Jeff Jarrett was there, and we stood in line and we got autographs from both of them. I guess because maybe it's right outside of Pittsburgh, so Angle being, local hero, whatever. But Jeff Jarrett hit on my mom, and I think she hit on him too because she was like, "You really have pretty eyes," which, I mean, maybe he does, but he was like, "Oh yeah, and you're pretty too," or whatever, and then signed it. Me and my brother randomly bring that up, like, "You remember that time Jeff Jarrett hit on you?" And then they had the ring set up, and they did like 3 or 4 matches just for free in the middle of the mall. It was very weird.
I
That
did an
story is
autograph.
great.
I did an autograph signing at the Monroeville Mall with Kurt Angle being seated directly behind me.
Shit, were you at that?
Whose mom did
No.
you hit on?
It was
This
92,
was-
I believe.
This was much later. This was
Okay.
during there was a kumite happening though.
Shit.
From Bloodsport?
Yeah, but I mean it wasn't as cool. It wasn't anywhere near as cool. I was so bummed
Did
out.
they have a fighter that did the monkey style crawling around shit?
No, it was all the most boring, average, stupid shit. I was like, this is shaming the kumite name and tradition.
Did anyone Fuji another guy and throw salt in their eyes?
Was
Nothing.
there a Hacksaw Jim Duggan lookalike?
There,
No, but there was a Big Bully Busick, actual Big Bully Busick there.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
And me and Freebird became very good friends with him.
Oh,
He enjoyed us.
No, I'm just picturing you guys working a 6-man tag at like Chikara King of Trios thing.
Oh, I wish we would have grown our mustaches out for it. No.
Fun stuff.
If anybody, what's the over under on how many autographs I signed?
Three.
I'll set it for you. Over under a half.
I'm going under.
There you go. Draven wants some money.
You haven't signed a single autograph?
I don't know why we were there. It didn't make any sense to us, but we were like, it was what's his name? Larry from Hatchet, I think.
Oh, yeah.
He asked us if we'd want to go and set up a table with one of his buddies that was selling pictures and do an autograph signing, and we were like, nobody's going to know who we are. Why would? And he's like, I'll pay you guys, and we're like, okay, we'll take the money, but like,
Right.
Yeah, we'll take the money.
you know that like we're not doing
Take the
anything.
money.
Right. You're like,
So we ended up going, and then like we were sitting at the table, and the guy that Larry sent with us, who I can't remember who it was now, he brings out his like photo album of photos that he's selling, and they're all just like super pervy pics of like
Beach.
female wrestlers and valets
Oh,
and stuff. And I
no.
was like, oh, I don't want it. So we like maybe sat at the table for 10, 15 minutes, and then we heard Kurt Angle, like them announce that Kurt Angle was. So we went over, like met Kurt Angle and talked to him about what he was doing. And then like we just made our rounds and met Big Billy Busick. And then we became friends, but we just bullshit with him forever. And then that's the same thing where I went and used the bathroom, and as I was washing my hands and I look up in the mirror, I see the largest human being I've ever seen in my entire life. And it was Claudio Castagnoli, who was competing in the fitness competition that they were having. So
that mall is so random.
it was so fucking weird.
Are you sure this is real life and not one of the dreams you've had?
It was maybe my greatest day in professional wrestling, honestly. Like the mall where they
Big
filmed
Bully
Dawn of the Dead.
Busick.
Right.
So the Kurt Angle thing, I have got a picture of Kurt Angle when I was like probably 20, but it wasn't at a wrestling event.
Was it
It
the
was
Arnold?
at he was given like a speech about, I don't remember, something, not charity or drugs. Don't do drugs, kids, something like that.
Don't do charity.
And so
Stay in school.
And
No
Do
so-
drugs.
charity. Try some drugs.
some friends of ours went, and I went with them to that because it was in like St. Mary's or someplace near there. And so we went to that, and I told Kurt, yeah, I'm a wrestler, just started a couple years ago or whatever it was. He's like, oh, yeah, he's talking to me for a while, and we go to do a picture, and he goes, you want to lock up? And I was like, yeah. So we'd lock up and do the thing like that and take a picture. So I have a picture somewhere. It's like an actual photo. It's that long ago. But like me and Kurt Angle locked up.
How was his lockup?
It was real tight, real stuff.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
Speaking
All right,
of
well-
autograph stuff here,
Oh.
I do have one question. So let's all be honest here, all four of us. In your life, as a fan or even in the business, how many of us here have been Virgiled by Virgil? Raise your hand.
I have not. However, my mom sent me a picture of him set up at the West Alexander Fair, like state county fair, in a booth, like just at a table outside the booth that our 4-H club was running.
Wait,
And she's like, the Virgil's here doing he just showed up and has a table. That's weird.
not so weird actually for him.
No.
I was
So
like
actually,
11
Draven,
I was like 11 or
I-
12, and
I'm with you.
some indie show. Before I even knew what indie wrestling was, like all we knew was Axe and Typhoon were on the show, and we went to it because we were just TV fans. So we're autographing, we're just looking at shit, and he does the "What's your name?" and "Oh, hi, my name's Aaron," and writes it and signs it and hands it to me. "Go get the money from your dad. I signed it for you." And I would, 11-year-old kid, I was scared. Virgil's a very scary man.
He was Times Square Elmo before Times Square Elmo. Listen, if you're gonna take the picture, you owe me the money.
I drew
I
this
got-
of you. Now give me $20.
I have been Virgiled.
I was too. I completely forgot. I've repressed this memory. But yeah, it was a show. It was only the second live wrestling show I ever went to. It was a Richard Arpin production. Uh, and Richard Arpin, Mr. USA, Mr. America, what was he? Mr. USA?
Yeah, USA.
Yeah.
Mr. USA, Richard Arpin, or the Awesome Arpin. It was him versus Virgil in the main event, and it is the classic match that I will never forget. Even though I said I repressed it, I will never forget this part. I repressed me getting an autograph for Virgil's when I repressed. But at one point, they're on the outside fighting, and Virgil kicks Arpin in the dick. And Arpin rolls back in the ring, and he tells the referee, and I could hear it from ringside, and even as in my young days, it stuck with me, tell that motherfucker it's on. And as Virgil gets back in the ring, the referee says something to him, and you see Virgil kind of look up at Arpin, and then Arpin just starts punching the shit out of Virgil.
And this story is confirmed. It happened just like that once we
Yeah.
finally knew Arpin. He told us the story.
Yeah. So I too was Virgiled once.
Never
I
been.
So I don't think I got any autographs, and this isn't a Virgil, but this is just as bad. Bruno Sammartino ran a wrestling company for a while. They were supposed to be in Wheeling at the Civic Arena. The ring broke down. The truck bringing the ring broke down somewhere near Washington, Pennsylvania. So they just had the workers show up. They had a bootleg Warrior, which may have been the Renegade. I don't know. They had bootleg Smoking Guns. Like everything was bootleg and Bruno Sammartino. And it was the only event that I ever invited my friend Brennan to go to. And we got there and we're like, so there's no rings. So now we're going to go around and take pictures with these people. I will look for the pictures. I don't know that anyone got autographs, but it was so, even at the time, I was like, I just felt bad because I invited someone to go. And I was just like, that's not, I think he might have went with us to the bachelor party to the Ring of Honor show.
He
So
did.
we made up for it.
Yeah.
We made up
Yeah.
for it by going to Ring of Honor. But that show was horrific. And I know there are physical pictures somewhere in this house, so I will send them to you. But it was so ungodly. I was like, we just got to stand in line. Bruno's a legend. Who knows who the hell any of these other people are?
Well, let us know what autographs you've gotten. Good experiences, bad experiences. Let us know if you've ever had an autograph on a weird place. Like I, at one point, after like doing one or two, I refused to sign people's skin, but because that was a thing kids wanted all the time. Like sign my arm.
I was fine with that. I did that all the time.
Yeah,
I did a few pair of Demis. Demis.
And let us know if you've been Virgiled, because there is support for you out there. We have been Virgiled.
Half this podcast has been Virgil.
Statistically, 2 out of every 4 The Gang Breaks Kayfabes have been Virgil.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
That's science.
Yeah.
So happy holidays. I think this is coming out after Christmas. So hope that it was a good one. Get ready for the new year. This year has felt like 1700 years. So let's get the next one in here and see if we can't get rid of it real quick too. Jason's just drinking his way through. But thanks for watching. Look for the link in the comments of the amazing news clip that Vance brought up earlier. And let us know what you thought of the blind rankings. And if you have any blind rank topic suggestions, drop them in the comments. Again, thanks for watching. Happy holidays. This has been the Gang Breaks Kayfabe, and we're out.